You are now listening to the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
The audio commentary. It's a dying art form, but here at One Track Mind, I, your wonky yet affable host Ryan Luis Rodriguez, analyze film through the prism of these embryonic forms of podcasting, one audio commentary at a time. Masterpieces, crapster pieces, live action, animation, cult classics, films literally no one has ever heard of. No track is too small and no track is too big. Join me and my guests from the entertainment world as we keep these features alive every other Tuesday. Hey, who else is going to discuss Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey one week and Citizen Kane the next? Us, that's who. Sure, you have to put up with my voice, but there's a certain give and take in this industry. That's One Track Mind, part of the Someone's Favorite Productions family and available wherever you get your podcasts.
Warning! This movie podcast actually discusses movies. Be aware that it may discuss any of the following elements: endings, surprise twists, unexpected cameos, and all manner of spoilers. If this doesn't appeal to you, then why listen to a movie podcast? Without further ado, please enjoy our feature presentation, The Shameless Picture Show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Shameless Picture Show. I am your host, Michael Viers, and today I am being joined by a very special guest, but not just being joined by him virtually. I have the one, the only, the host of the Frightmares podcast, and I don't remember the name of your other podcast.
The other one.
Yes. Juice and Gin.
All juice, no gin. It's been a minute since we've done that one. But
I got Austin Proctor here in the room with me in the little podcast studio that is my dining room.
It's so different. I don't have to just look at a computer screen. I can look across. There's animals everywhere. Matt and Amanda's chilling on the couch. It's great. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Love it.
Is it weird being you're essentially sitting where I'm sitting.
Right.
So your background is what you normally see of mine.
And I can tell you the layout of the house I had in mind from just the small clips I've seen, totally inaccurate in my head. I just had the layout totally wrong.
I would love to see you draw a layout of what you thought the house was.
I was thinking about doing that, honestly. I had thought about that.
I feel like Amanda would appreciate it. Amanda, who loves building houses she's over there nodding her head. She's like, yes, I need to see your idea of the layout of the house.
No.
And then maybe she can build it in The Sims. She built our actual house in The Sims.
Okay.
And then she can build your imagination of the house.
I love this so much. Now, I'm a terrible artiste, but I will do my best.
Just do like a floor plan.
Yeah, I can do boxes. That's easy.
Yeah.
Do boxes.
At this point, I'm just trying to pop Amanda over there on the couch, just making her laugh. Because this is a very professional setup, y'all, because I am here in the dining room. As Austin alluded to, our dogs are all just kind of around us. And my beautiful and talented wife, Amanda, is on the couch attempting to read as I keep looking at her and drawing attention to her. And I can tell it's going to bug her. She might want to put her earbuds in. All right, I'll stop embarrassing Amanda now at this point.
Goodness.
So, Austin.
Yes.
Why are you here?
What, just in general or Wisconsin?
Why are you here? Well, if we want to get existential, like why are you put on this earth, my son?
God. I don't think I'll ever know
Reverend Viers wants to know.
That's right. You are ordained
I am
now.
an ordained reverend.
Wow.
I specialize in gay weddings.
That's amazing. I love that. Provide a very, very needed service. So let's see. I mean, it was what is it, like the end of December. I said, I just happened to check my Sky Miles. I haven't flown anywhere since 2022. And I was like, let me just see how many Sky Miles I have. And I had like 50,000. I was like, I feel like that would pay for a flight.
Is 50,000 a lot? Like, it sounds like it would be a lot.
In the grand scheme of things, it's not really, because like the first class tickets were like 150,000 points.
Wow.
And I did comfort, and it was like 46,000 points, and I had 49, I think. So I was like, let me just see. Let me see. And it all worked out in the sense of booking everything. And then chaos reigned the week I was supposed to leave.
Oh, I know. We were. I was part of that.
I brought you into my craziness. First, it was, oh, my job is on the line. Oh, we're good. Then it was, oh, I have to go to the doctor, and I might have a hernia. I need a CT scan. I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then it was like, oh, it's too late to cancel your flight, and you won't get your points back. I'm coming then. So
might as well.
I'm not wasting my
you
points.
could sit there and just waste a flight, or you could waste a flight by being here.
Yeah. So I'm going to get my CT scan tomorrow for whatever's going on, and I assume I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Worst case, she's like, you might need surgery. I'm like, oh, that's great.
Well,
Love this.
that's some time off of work.
That's true.
Everyone could use some time after work. It's bad that we live in a world where I'm like, man, a surgery could really do me good right now.
Yeah, they wouldn't make me put in PTO. They would, they have what is it called?
Short-term
disability.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So just get paid to sit at home. Oh, now you're making me want some surgery.
I know. I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming. Like, please, Santa, I want a surgery for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, but Christmas has already passed. Unless he's still got a gift up in that, sleigh that he forgot about, Santa. If you know my address, I'm not going to give it to the listeners at home because you guys are probably insane because you're listening to my show. I love you all. So you've been here. We fit a lot into a short because you got here Saturday night.
At like 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock, and we still were fitting shit in at 9 o'clock at night.
Real chili?
Yep.
Oh, delicious.
A Milwaukee staple. Now you've had real chili. You can, ignore all the other bullshit fake chilies. And it's the first time having chili with noodles.
With noodles, which was a delight. Usually chili is just meat and sauce and a whole bunch of shit, but...
I think of like the dad from Mr. Incredible from The Incredibles 2, where he was like, math is math. You're like, chili is chili.
Chili is chili. I was like, what is noodles and chili? This is a delight, and everything up here has some form of nuts in it, and it's just like...
We're real nutty people.
Yeah, and I'm like, typically I don't like it. Like the butter pecan custard, I was like, you're recommending it, so I have to try it.
Yeah,
but it doesn't make sense in my head.
We didn't, like, honestly, you are a man of free will. You could do whatever you want, but we really pushed you into that.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just try new things. Like, you have to try new things. I'm 35. I got to do new things, and butter pecan fucking custard was out of this world.
You also tried a bite of my pistachio tres leches.
God. Like I told you, I thought it was just tres leches. I didn't know
that is
the
flavor.
It came in flavors. And I had the chocolate one, and then we had hot cocoa from what's that place called?
It's called Kamaria. It's a Yemeni coffee place here in beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh my God, it's been such a delight to be here. And then we went to Half Price Books, which I'd never been to.
Yeah,
did not like the organization there. It was a little hectic for me, but at the same time, I get it. You have that much shit, you're not gonna.
But at the same time, it's also kind of.
It is like a hunt.
It is a hunt, and it's kind of freeing because, like, while you're looking for, because I used to do the same thing you were doing, where I'd go there just like, okay, what is a title that sounds like horror?
Mm-hmm.
I would find other shit like, oh, what's this? Because like I was on the hunt for my Burt Reynolds films,
and you still found other good shit.
I did. So we're telling Austin's time here out of order, but that's fine. We went to Half Price Books, which, if those of you who don't have a Half Price Books, they are a secondhand. I will call them a physical media store.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because I feel like a lot of physical media fans online, just when they say physical media, they mean movies, when physical media is CDs, records, books, anything. Mm-hmm. So it's a secondhand bookstore by its nature, but they do have a lot of records, which I didn't even dive into, DVDs, Blu-rays, mostly DVDs. Like,
yeah.
It's because they're pretty much predicated on what is sold to them.
Right.
But we both found a couple Blu-rays.
Oh yeah.
And VHS and
a lot of VHS.
Of VHS. And I went in with the explicit goal of I'm looking for every Burt Reynolds movie ever made, and he's made a lot of them. So what I do is I go to Letterboxd. I search by Burt Reynolds. I filter his films by title, so that way they're in alphabetical order, so I can kind of like get through them a little bit faster. And then I also exclude any documentaries, only just because there's a period of time where he was just doing like history of Hollywood documentaries and shit. And it's like, I don't know how available a lot of those are. So like
physically.
Yeah, so if I find them, sure, but I don't want to bog myself down. So
that's fair.
So I found we're gonna go over our little hauls here. So while searching for Burt Reynolds films, at first it was a little rough.
It was, but then it started cooking.
Yeah, because like I found everything but. So at first I found Armor of God 2: Operation Condor, which is a Jackie Chan film, released by 88 Films, just sitting there on the shelf,
just hanging out.
And then I found 2 Vestron titles. I found Walter Hill's Extreme Prejudice, and I'm gonna do the Dream. Then I also found Dream a Little Dream.
Dream a Little Dream.
It doesn't need that intense of a narration, but I'm a sucker for the 2 Coreys. Like I love me. License to Drive is one of my favorite '80s comedies of all time.
I have not seen that one.
It's Corey Haim had to get his driver's license.
Okay,
that's it. That's the plot.
Are they playing themselves?
He's kind of playing a version of himself.
All right. I can get down with that.
And they're you'd expect. I feel like I don't know if I expect this or I don't expect this, but it's a movie about a kid trying to get his driver's license and he fails his driver's test. But of course, at some point in that movie, there is a car chase.
Oh, right. Okay.
Random 80s car chases.
Love it.
But then I was able to add to my Burt Reynolds collection. I was able to find Johnson County War from 2002. Let me tell you, 2002 was a kind of a dark spot for Burt.
Oh, God.
Which is a Hallmark movie. It's written by the guy who did Lonesome Dove, for any of you Western fans out there. I found Mystery Alaska.
That sounds so intriguing.
As Austin described it based on a Letterboxd review he saw, it is the adult Mighty Ducks.
Yep.
And that's got Burt Reynolds and a baby Russell Crowe.
And there was one more.
Hank Azaria.
There we go.
And then it's also got Mary McCormick and some other people in it. But I love that the box has 2 fantastic things on it. One, it says it's a review from like the New York Times or something. It's like the Rocky of hockey. It's like, oh,
that's good.
And then from the director of Austin Powers, I'm like, what?
Those are 2 wildly different movies, and this is hockey. I'm here.
Yep. And then I didn't even know he was in these movies, but I found Universal Soldier 2: Brother in Arms and Universal Soldier 3: Unfinished Business. And I was like, okay, if Bert's in these, I'm buying them.
That's a great third title, like a third movie title. Unfinished Business.
And it's fun because I don't even own the first Universal Soldier yet.
Oh, that's even better. You should just watch 2 and 3 and go back to 1.
I thought about doing that with Scanners because I think I was at Half Price Books years ago, and I found the Scream Factory edition of Scanners 2 and 3.
Yep.
And I was like, man, I've never even seen Scanners 1.
You don't even need to see 2 and 3. It would almost do you a service to go watch 2 and 3 and be like, those were fun, and then go watch the original. Like, okay,
well,
that
here's
was
the thing.
brilliant.
I own the Criterion Scanners.
Okay.
And I've watched it, and all I remember is that fucking head explosion.
It's hard to forget that for sure.
And it's like, I don't remember anything about that movie. It's like, I don't even know if I like that movie, but man, that head explosion was good. I feel like it's at least a 3.5 for that.
Easy, just for that.
Just for that alone. And for
God.
Michael Ironside, because he just makes everything better.
He was great in that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says about me in my taste, but I walked out of Half Price Books with Victor Frankenstein, which apparently has so much sexual tension between Daniel Radcliffe and James McAvoy that my wife wanted me to see it. I
want to see it based on that.
Yeah. I picked up Afterlife with Liam Neeson, Christina Ricci, and Justin Long.
What a combo.
It's something I've always wanted to see, never streaming. And then I picked up Rubber, the killer tire movie. Hellraiser Revelations, because I'm on a hunt to get all the Hellraiser movies physically and watch them, even though I don't like most of them. I don't know why I do that.
That is such a weird goal. Like, I don't like these. I must own them all.
I don't like the first one. I love the second one. The third one was fun, and I'm like, I just have to see.
Do you have that Velvet box or whatever it is from Arrow?
I have the Quartet of Horror or Quartet of something. It's the first 4 on 4K.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have the original box that they put out.
The first 3.
I think yes. A good friend of mine, Eric Arsnow, at one point he was doing a garage sale and he was selling out of print movies.
Okay.
He was selling that. He was selling Rosemary's Baby Criterion right when it went out of print,
and
a couple other ones. And I was like, "You do know these are out of print, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm aware."
Okay.
And you're gonna sell them for these prices? Like, yes. I'm like, okay.
All right.
All right, buddy.
I had to ask. I think that was it. Rubber. That was it.
And then the day before, we started that day off by taking you to a place called Alley Boys Bagels.
Oh my god!
Because you had talked about how you went to a Jewish deli for the and got a corned beef sandwich, and it changed your life.
So good.
I was like, what if I told you I could get you
was it salami? No.
No, it was
pastrami.
Pastrami.
Yes, bagel.
A chopped cheese bagel. Pastrami.
So good. It came with so much junk on it that I normally wouldn't eat, but I was like, they're like, it's a kit, so we have to make it all. Fucking do it. No regrets.
And it's like the combo of all the flavors together.
So good.
And I got my bacon, egg, and I got sausage, egg, and cheese with a potato pancake on it.
Yeah.
That picked up. I was surprised. That was Vinny shaking.
Vinny. It's okay, bud. She's going to be right back.
Yeah. He looks very distraught. Or he wants to take her seat. I'm not 100% sure.
Could be either way.
Yeah. And I got a potato pancake on that bitch.
Oh, so good.
And then we went to visit for both of our. He's been open for a little bit, and his hours just don't always work for when I'm available.
Right.
But we went down to GSV, Good Shit Video, ran by the extremely nice Mick Cleary.
Yes.
And wow, what a store! So. Good Shit Video. I wasn't too sure if they were just going to be exclusively a horror store, which I'm not. I have no problems with. I love horror, but so we used to have this chain of record stores in Milwaukee called Exclusive Company.
Ooh.
And they were a record store, but they'd sell movies as well. And what I liked about them is they carried a lot of the boutique labels. You could go there, and you could usually find Scream Factory. You could usually find, not a lot of them, but like a couple Severin titles, a couple Vinegar Syndromes. You could find the new Criterions. And when this record store went out of business, it's actually kind of sweet. There was a couple locations in Milwaukee. The people who worked at these record stores decided we don't want this place to go away, so they couldn't use the Exclusive Company name anymore. But they essentially bought the business and opened it under different names. So that place we didn't get to go to yesterday, Volta, that was one of them.
Oh, okay.
But I think they pretty much realized we weren't making much money on movies, so they stopped carrying them. So when I found out that Mick's store is, obviously he's got a great selection of horror because he does carry all of the boutique labels. And let's be real, most of these boutique labels lean towards horror. Places like Arrow, I don't really want to throw Shout in there because I don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. But Arrow and Vinegar, like they all they diversify a little bit and they pretty much go wherever. But I love that you can get brand new Criterions from him. I almost walked away with that Eyes Wide Shut 4K.
I was thinking about it too. I was thinking about it.
But then just like he's got rows upon rows of just any type of movie, VHS, any genre.
He's got like not dollar bins, but he's got bins and bins of just cheaper movies. Let's see, I got three things. I got Devonsville Terror, which I'd heard of but just never bought from Vinegar Syndrome. I got something called the. Oh,
you got to mention I kind of strong armed you into Devonsville Terror because it was shot here.
That's
in
right.
Wisconsin.
And I felt like that was kismet to just have to buy because anytime you recommend me a movie, you're like, oh, by the way, it was shot in Wisconsin. Well, I'm in Wisconsin. Let me buy that.
Yeah.
And then I bought the other one that had like a 3.5 out of, which for a Vinegar Syndrome title is kind of wild. Usually Vinegar Syndrome hangs out around like 2.2 to 2.8. But this one I was like,
and sometimes I feel like sometimes I look at this like, man, I think that average is a little low.
Right.
Let's bump them numbers up.
Yeah. The Passing. There we go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, which I don't even know anything about. I just saw the rating and said that was enough for me. And then The House Where Death Lives, also known as Delusion from 1981. So those are the three I picked up. Could have walked away with so many more, but I was like, you know what? I'm at 75. I'm going to stay here.
So the dangerous part of when Amanda and I go to someplace together is we both then find things that we want.
So he had a good selection.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I ended up picking up a title that I've had my eye on for a while. Mm-hmm. And when I saw it there, I was like, because I'm big sometimes. I'm like, I really want this, but like in a world where I can buy anything online, sometimes I will choose not to, because it's like I'm almost looking for that like moment where it's like this is the moment I need to buy this.
Right.
So when I saw it in person, I was like, okay, I need to buy this. So I bought the American Horror Project Volume 1 because I am a big fan. of regional cinema.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Stephen Thrower, who is a film historian that I am really into. He wrote a lot about these movies in his book, Nightmare USA.
Okay.
So American Horror Project 1 comes with titles such as The Witch Who Came from the Sea, which is a phenomenal
That's
film.
a great title.
I had my friend Josephine on to talk about that a
Okay.
couple seasons ago. It was before you were editing, so you probably didn't. You might not have
Haven't
heard
gotten to that one yet.
It also has Malatesta's Carnival of Blood.
Ooh.
Good title. And a movie called The Premonition. Also, while there, since Amanda and I both love werewolf films, we got Moon of the Wolf, of a Vinegar Syndrome release that neither of us have seen. We got the 4K Criterion for the movie Flow.
Nice.
A beautiful little animated film, and it has both Flow and the movie he made before that called Away, both on there.
Nice.
So I love that. I also picked up an Arrow title called Two Witches. Hadn't seen, but it's a witch movie. It's apparently a newer one, 2021.
Yeah.
Got the Dogma 4K because
Why not?
Once again, like I went to Walmart so many times and the spot's always empty.
And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to take this.
Yeah, and it's like it makes me feel good that people are buying shit from like physical media, but it's never there when I want it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I know I can get Dogma easily, but like I have it here. I want it now.
Yeah, I want to support, small business.
And then I got Amanda and the Alien.
The greatest blind buy, I think, of all time, honestly.
It very well could be. Amanda picked it up because it's not often that she sees her name on movie titles.
Right.
So she's like, Amanda and the Alien. What's this? And it was like presented to us like a...
It was presented in the completely wrong fashion for what we got, which I wasn't mad at, but...
Let's see if I can find the description on the AGFA website. Oh, even this description is less misleading.
Really?
Yeah, so the back of the box had a very misleading description that talks about how will Amanda keep a big secret from her best friend.
Right.
And she's dating the best guy. And he's like, well, her best friend is an alien, so she can't really keep that secret from her. And her boyfriend's a piece of shit. So like it was just giving us the completely wrong description on the back. And I imagine it was the VHS description that, tried to get people to buy, because it's like when you look at the Tammy the T-Rex box, it's like that's not exactly the description for this movie,
right? Yeah. So,
but it was like trying to present itself to be like Clueless, but with an alien, and it was a wild movie. My buddy Steve, who I work with, said it best. It's like the original version of this script was either a kids film or either a softcore porn, and there's no in between.
Yeah, the first 30, 45 minutes, you're like, what are we doing here, guys? And then it does take a direction. And Stacy Keach,
Stacy Keach is in it.
A, what a performance!
And he's like bringing it.
Yeah, he does not disappoint in this movie. He's so good.
And then like, spoiler warning for anyone who's gonna watch this movie, but I need to bring this up. At the end, the alien takes over Stacy Keach, and at this point, the alien has fallen in love with Amanda. So Stacy Keach is like legitimately bringing it when he's like, Amanda, I love you, and it's like, I felt that.
Yeah, he did the hard switch there from asshole to like.
He's like an asshole through this entire movie.
Which I've never seen him as like an asshole.
I'm so used to him playing assholes.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen him in very few things. So typically he's like, the thing I've seen him in the most is Prison Break, and he's just he's a hard ass, but he's not like a.
Most notably, he played a kind of piece of shit dad in the movie Jay Kelly, which is the new Noah Baumbach film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So. And that then I feel like this intro is going to be long.
That's
but
okay.
Who gives a shit? It's all relevant.
We're all doing it for that one guy who commented a while back that the intros just take too long.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Yeah, this is for you, buddy. This is for you. Thank you for the comment though and the rating. That was really nice of you.
Yeah. Positive came out of that.
So that night, though, after we went to Good Shit Video, we went to the Oriental Theater to see the new Park Chan-wook film. So walk me through your first time at this gorgeous theater.
I mean,
movie palace.
I had looked it up online many a times because you told me about it, and pictures did not do it any. I mean, it did it justice, but walking into the actual, when we saw the next film we'll talk about, the actual main theater, I was like, this is so much taller than I thought it would be, but it's very ornate. It is way fancier than anything we have in Florida. I think the closest thing we have is the Enzion, and while it's nice, it's not that nice. But it was a great experience, great audience, everyone reacting at the same time, not a single cell phone out, no one talking. I was like, this is fantastic film edit, movie theater etiquette.
Yeah, I would say the only time I've ever seen like a cell phone come out during a screening was during the Milwaukee Film Festival.
Okay.
And I think there was someone there who was a quote-unquote critic who might have been making notes. That being said, I feel like you should sit in the back if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
But it's always like it gets so dark in that theater. I don't think I could handwrite anything. So I get why someone needs to use a phone, but you should sit in the back.
Sit in the back, yeah.
But
that movie was great. Took a lot of twists and turns.
Oh my god, yes it did.
Wife of the Year. That's all. That's like my review for that one is Wife of the Year.
I keep
Holy
waiting
shit.
for you to post your reviews on Letterboxd for these.
I know I'm behind. I gotta get on my I gotta get on my desktop and actually because I gotta write out one for the Cult Movie Challenge last week. But yeah, good stuff. And then the following day again.
Let's
Another
set
one.
this up. So for anyone who's never been to the beautiful Oriental Theater in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, actually, it's east side Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Whatever.
Semantics.
Semantics. It is an old-fashioned movie palace built in the 1920s, I believe. It's gone through a lot of iterations, but they've tried to keep the core look of this theater down. If anyone's following our Instagram, I will be posting a picture of
Perfect.
of us, and I'll make you a collaborator on, so that way it'll
Throw
post
it
on
up
your
there.
page.
There you go.
It's just a beautifully ornate theater. But this weekend they're showing a film in 70 millimeter, which Austin has never gotten to see. I'd say it's relatively rare to see films on film. A lot more movies are shooting on film now, but they're not usually projected them on film. So they were showing in glorious 70 millimeter The Testament of Anne Lee, the new film by Mona Fastvold, who is the spouse and collaborating partner with Brady Corbet, who did The Brutalist.
Mm-hmm.
And what a fucking movie!
It's so funny. We saw the trailer because I think I'd seen the trailer one time down in Florida. But then when we saw it before the Park Chan-wook movie, I was like, I think I get the assignment here. Like, I think I get the vibe.
It's very like folk horror,
yeah,
without being a folk horror film.
And I told you when we were walking inside last night, I was like, I think that's the first movie in a long time where I expected one thing and got exactly that expectation, which isn't a bad thing. But I was just like, it was just nice. Like, yeah, that's what I expected.
Yeah, and like the trailer is just vibes.
Yeah,
it doesn't tell you really what the movie's about. And I think that's what more trailers need to do.
100%.
Like, give me, if anything, a very loose idea what the plot is, if that. But just kind of give me a vibe of what I'm in store for.
Especially because I know they had some of the singing in the trailer, and I was like, oh man! And those hymns and whatever the churchy songs, I was like, these things are slapping.
Yeah, like the composer Daniel Pemberton. He also composed the music for The Brutalist, which the soundtrack. Once you see The Brutalist, dude, the soundtrack for The Brutalist, it blew my fucking mind. But he actually took original Shaker hymnals and recontextualized them to give him that like folk oomph. Like just the entire time, I'm just like beating my chest. Like I feel like Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh my god, what a beautiful film!
Oh,
wild.
And then like as soon as the film started, I was just like stoked because like I could just see all that like just delicious film grain and like do you know what halation is? Halation is if you look at like bright spots when you're watching something on film, it's if you're like, let's say there's a lamp on,
right,
and there's like almost like a glow around it. I hold on. I can show you. I got a computer right in front of me.
Halation. I like the name already, so. And that is not how I thought it would be spelled.
Film halation. So this is like a perfect example of it. Like almost like a glow
Oh,
around
yeah,
it.
yeah. Okay.
There was a lot of that film halation.
Oh yeah, now that you give me an example, I did notice
There
that.
was like, and it's like, oh, like something that's gonna, no matter what, you'd see that because it was shot on film, but the way that it was represented on screen,
it was a very interesting experience.
and those changeovers were fucking seamless.
Yep.
Because like, anyone who's seen Fight Club has seen the little part about the cigarette burns.
Yep.
Well, they still use them
Mm-hmm.
because you can only fit so many minutes of film on a reel, and 70mm reels are even chonkier.
Huge.
I recommend you all go to the Milwaukee Film or the Oriental Theater Instagram page. They have a whole video of them reeling this bitch up, and it's a big
nice.
film.
Okay, yeah. Plus, there's also 220.
Yeah,
So
their changeovers were fucking flawless.
Yeah, I saw the 1 and then the 2, and I was like, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice transition.
I think I've only seen it happen once where they were off time ever so slightly. It was when I saw The Shining there.
Mm-hmm.
But admittedly, they said the projectionist had a hard time with that print because it was really beat up.
Yeah, that's that tracks. I mean, it is quite old.
Yeah, so like I still commended the projectionist because like unlike a computer system, they're up there doing the work.
Yeah. Shout out to Spencer, I think his name was, at
Yeah,
the Oriental.
yeah, and shout out to Zach at the Oriental. Dude gave us a little personal tour of the balcony,
Yeah.
which is only open a couple times a year.
Why is that?
It's just because it's probably if they don't have a full house, there's no point in having it open.
That makes sense, yeah.
Like there might be 1 or 2 people that would sit up there
I'd
because
sit
like
up there.
it's a vibe being up there.
It is.
But the screen looks tiny up there.
Yeah, and you have all there's like, yeah. So I get it, but it was a very nice theater, and very happy we went twice.
Yes,
Not
Yeah.
even once, twice.
Yeah. So and then you got to experience a Midwestern delicacy of tater tot hot dish.
That was so good.
And we just we also took you for your first fish fry. So that was
yeah,
also rad.
that was some good fish, dude. That was some good cod.
So
It's been yeah. I mean, really 2 full days,
yes,
and we've done so much. I feel like I've
Yes.
been here a week.
I know. And then we watched movies together. We watched The Gruesome Twosome, and then we watched Man and the Alien.
Yep.
And after we take you to the tallest building in Milwaukee, we might have time for another or
Yeah.
a board game. The day is ours.
The day is ours. It is 10:30, and we have till about
Yep.
4:30.
And we've just been talking about your trip to Milwaukee for 30 minutes.
All right. Well, hopefully everyone enjoyed that.
And we didn't even tell you about our trip to the Mars Cheese Castle.
Mars cheese. Let me just tell you this. I'll make it quick. I walked out of the Cheese Castle with spending $65 on cheese and cheese-related accessories. So that should put it into perspective of how my time went there. Very excited to try the 7-year aged cheddar. Well, I mean, I tried it, but I'm excited to give it to my wife because
Yeah,
she's a
it's like- and
cheese
like-
fanatic.
And has she ever had aged cheddar before?
I don't know, honestly.
Because, like, as you now know, because
Yeah.
you've had 2-year aged and you've had 7-year
Uh-huh.
aged, it's pungent. It's strong.
that cheddar though had it was good. I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta buy
Yeah,
this.
it's the aged brick cheese was not as successful, but
You live and you learn, man.
yeah.
You know?
Hey, we wouldn't have known if we wouldn't have tried it.
There you go.
But yeah, I also got you some. We also got some Wisconsin summer sausage for you to try. It was-
Had a
it was
little
good
had a
time.
little plate last night. It's just I don't want to go. I'm just gonna I'll just find an apartment and tell Gabby to get up here. You know, we'll just relocate. It's
Yeah,
fine.
just work remotely. It's fine. It's good.
One
It's
day,
good. Or
one
you can,
day.
I can try to get you over in the underwriting department for Northwestern Mutual.
There you go. See, everything works out.
All right. So I feel like we should probably talk about the movie we're here to talk about.
I think we should.
All
I
right,
think we
so-
should.
Michael, and Michael being me, is not always the most prepared person. I should have written an intro for this episode. I didn't. So I decided I'm just going to not. And what I'm going to do is, since I got the Hudsucker Proxy from the wonderful people at the West Dallas Library, yeah, so you got the DVD right here. I'm just going to read the back of the box
Oh
for the
man,
description.
that poster is kind of a spoiler. It's kind of a spoiler
It is kind of a spoiler.
because that reveal for me was. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
You read that. I'm gonna grab another soda.
All right. And then we will. I'll just, if you're not back here fast enough, I'll just vamp. All right. So Back of the box for Hudsucker Proxy says it's dazzling and delightful. A comic extravaganza. Says, oh man, I can't read that. David Asquin from Newsweek. Okay. Mailroom clerk Norvell Barnes is a rube, a schmo, a grade A ding dong. Just what Hudsucker Industries wants in a president. With him at the top, the stock will hit bottom, and the fat cats on the board can take over. But Norville, played by Tim Robbins, has his own spiffy little plan, and it's a snoopy reporter played by Jennifer Jason Leigh doesn't put the kibosh on the Hudsucker Flim Flam, and flingling Big Cheese Sidney J. Pressburger, played by Paul Newman, doesn't squash him. Norville's idea will put a smile on the hips of all America. The Hudsucker Proxy will plaster a smile on you, too, with a nod to rapid-fire movies of Frank Capra and Preston Sturges, and lots of visual flair. Filmmakers Joel and Ethan Coen craft a comic Hiya-bub to a business success. You'll love the HUD.
Once upon a time, the American dream was power, wealth, and success. But in the city that never sleeps, the American dream is about to get a wake-up call.
Got hired today, entry level. But I got big ideas.
When the president and owner of 87% of the company's stock drops, then the company too has a problem. What we need now is a new president. Some jerk. My leg is on fire. We can really push around.
Yo! Yeah, you, boss! This letter was sent down this morning by the big man himself.
Sit down, son. Go ahead. Try it on.
Did the board consider you an idea man when they promoted you from the mailroom?
Well, I guess so. I don't think they promoted me because they thought I was a schmo.
The guy's a real moron.
Cigarettes?
No, thank you.
What an imbecile. Come up with this.
From Joel and Ethan Coen.
It's fun, it's healthy, the kids will just love it, and we put a little sand inside to make the experience more pleasant.
Did you have any idea there'd be such a huge response?
This is the president.
I don't think anybody expected this much hoopla.
Comes a comedy of fame, fortune, sex, greed, and the American way.
Say, Amy, how about you and I grab a little dinner or a show after work? I was thinking maybe the King and I. How about Oklahoma?
Tim Robbins, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Paul Newman.
I'm getting off this merry-go-round.
Plexiglass.
Don't you think that?
The Hudsucker Proxy.
Once I started reading this, I feel like I have to read this in a voice.
That was a very apt description.
So many movies don't have fun descriptions like this. I miss the days of you'd read the back of the box and it was written in the verbiage and tonage of the movie you're about to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like, this actor does this thing. Can they save the world?
Dun, dun, dun.
What was that movie we just both got to review? That Ice one, that Ice action film.
Oh, Icefall?
Icefall.
Yeah.
There's 2 sentences in the back of that box.
Yeah.
That's 2 paragraphs.
And there's a lot of fun words, and it fits the vibe of the movie very well.
Fucking flim flam?
You know
Flim-flam?
You know what's funny though? I apparently did not look at the poster for this on either
It's a spoiler everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't see that anywhere. So
Yet they don't spoil it on the back of the box.
yeah.
All right, so Hudsucker Proxy. Austin, how did this episode come to be? Because I misremembered the origins of this episode.
So last year we had planned to do 3 episodes. One.
Oh yeah, and I had to keep canceling. Austin, I should also just specify, Austin's the editor of this podcast. He is the third man on this podcast, and he's also one of he's my pinch hitter. If I can't get someone as a guest or if a guest falls through, I know I can call on Austin and we can throw an episode together.
I'll
real
make
quickly.
it work. Yeah.
Problem is sometimes I'll get a very last minute, hey, I can still do this.
Right.
So then, unfortunately, some of Austin's episodes get pushed back.
But we did do a movie I hadn't seen, Rocky 2.
Oh my god,
And then
Rocky
we
2
did-
is so fucking good.
We did a movie you hadn't seen. What was the movie you hadn't seen for last year? But the plan was to do one I hadn't seen, one you hadn't seen, and then one
We
neither
both hadn't seen.
And Hudsucker Proxy came to be because Gabby wanted to show it to me, and she said it's one of the wildest movies you'll ever see. So I asked you, I was like, have you seen Hudsucker Proxy?
And I really love Gabby's taste. Me and Gabby have similar tastes. I'm realizing.
She's got some interesting taste. And you said you hadn't seen it. I was like, all right, then that's the movie.
It's one of the few Coen Brothers films I hadn't seen.
Right. So I was like, then that's the movie we got to do for the one that we neither one of us have seen. And it has a 3.7. So I was like, I can't imagine this won't be a fantastic time.
Yeah.
and it sure was.
So, Hudsucker Proxy, I was curious what it was like going into this film, because I believe the film that they hold on, let me pull up my list of Coen Brothers filmographies.
Yeah, this came in a weird time because I didn't realize they did movies separate until you explained why they did separate. Because I know they split up recently, but I didn't know that they were credited.
Yes,
because you couldn't have two directors.
Yes, up until like No Country for Old Men, I think was the changing point for them. So before they did Hudsucker Proxy, they did Blood Simple, which is a masterpiece of a noir, a neo-noir.
That's from like 1984.
Yes.
Yeah.
Criterion put that shit out.
Yep, got that one.
Raised in Arizona, which when you go, Blood Simple is more in line film-wise to that of No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go to Raised in Arizona, which is like a Bugs Bunny cartoon come to life.
It really is.
And they apparently butt heads a lot of Nicolas Cage, because even Nicolas Cage is like, I don't get what we're going for here, which is wild from Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Then they did Miller's Crossing, which is one of the few that I have not seen, but it's a neo-noir gangster film.
Oh.
So they're almost like doing one for them, one for or they're kind of switching it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They then do Barton Fink, which is a dark comedy about a screenwriter locking himself in a hotel trying to finish a script. And it's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Oh, John Turturro. Okay.
And John Goodman has one of the best performances you've ever seen.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But then they go on to do the Hudsucker Proxy. So Hudsucker came in a really interesting time because we had done together on your podcast Crime Wave.
Yes.
Which is another Coen Brothers, Sam Raimi collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't love that one.
It was okay.
Yes.
It was just a bit strange.
But yet, what's funny, looking at Hudsucker is very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But I think where the difference is, so both Crime Wave and Hudsucker Proxy were written by the Coen Brothers and Sam Raimi.
Yes.
Crime Wave was directed by Sam Raimi, where I love Sam Raimi. This is not a slight against Sam Raimi in any way, shape, or form. Sam Raimi, I think, definitely leaned more in Hudsucker Proxy is a comedy, but I feel like Sam leaned more into the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Coen Brothers, while it's still a very slapsticky comedy movie, they have these genuine moments sprinkled in, and I think that's what makes their film so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is they do comedy, but they'll still add real moments of pathos and drama into their films.
Yeah.
And I think I would love to see the Coen Brothers direct Crime Wave.
Do like a Crime Wave remake or something.
Yes.
That would be incredible.
So what'd you think of Hudsucker?
Well, I went into this completely blind. All I knew was that my wife wanted to show it to me, and she told me that it had a 3.7 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and that Tim Robbins
she is so much like you that she's just like, she knows that that's what's going to get you. It's like, it's got a such and such out of whatever on Letterboxd, and you're like, okay.
And Tim Robbins. So those two things together, I was like,
fucking Tim Robbins.
Yeah. And the best way I can describe this movie at like a base level is it has this cartoon level of dramaticism that to the audience is hysterical, but to the characters in the movie is completely serious. It's also like a who's who of people I've seen in various things. So many minor Seinfeld characters popped up. The guy who choked on the burger from Dumb and Dumber popped up in there.
Oh my God.
It was just such a wild movie that took me for a ride, honestly. It was like a neo-noir, but not. It felt like it should be in black and white. I mean, people were smoking a lot of cigars.
Yeah. Well, it's really influenced off of, as the back of the box said, like, yes, I can see the Frank Capra-esque. Frank Capra, for those of you who are maybe not super familiar with the name, he did It's a Wonderful Life. He's done a lot more films but I would say that's the film that most people can name.
Okay.
But I would say it also has a lot of Howard Hawks in films like Bringing Up Baby, and it's just like, because Howard Hawks really helped bring in this style of acting, and that is far more popular now, where when he was making some films like Bringing Up Baby, he would have like strong female characters like the Jennifer Jason Leigh character, and there was a lot of madcap things happening, and they were usually talking over each other, which was a no-no for a long time in film because you couldn't always get clean dialogue. So it's like it was the first time where they were talking over each other, and like they would be having separate conversations while having the same conversation, and things would get zany. And even the performance style of Jennifer Jason Leigh's character in this movie, she's talking like this quite a bit, and she talks really fast, boss.
Yeah, see?
They did that because that style of talking became a little more popular in some of those older movies if the movie was too long.
Ew, interesting.
If the movie was a little long, they're like, okay, we need people to zip it up. Zip it up a little bit.
Boss. or buddy.
And so like they're paying tribute to all of these films.
Yeah.
So how the film begins is we start off the movie with Tim Robbins, which I do need to. I talked to you about this in the car when we were driving around. So my first introduction of Tim Robbins was in Shawshank Redemption.
Same.
I feel like every 90s kids, our parents watched Shawshank anytime it came on TNT or TNN. Like it was always on one of those two channels.
Yeah.
And so that was my first experience with Tim Robbins.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was what Tim Robbins did.
Yes.
And like, don't get me wrong, he's done dramatic roles. But the first time I saw him and say something like Howard the Duck, I'm like, wait, this is Tim Robbins?
This is the same guy?
But then I'm learning, it's like, oh no, Tim Robbins is a huge fucking goofball.
Yeah.
And doing stuff like Shawshank is him playing against type.
Right.
In a lot of ways.
Which I did not expect. But he plays the zany...
Because I thought him playing like a zany goofball, that was him against type. No, he can do both. But I feel like the more I look at his filmography, it's like, oh no, you've played this dork type character far more than you've done the Andy Dufresnes.
Yeah, exactly. And him as Norval Barnes. I mean, Norval's just such an odd name anyways, but it fits the character so well.
Yeah. So we start the movie off with Norval Barnes. He is walking to the edge. He's walking out the building of the tallest building in, I assume this is New York or Chicago or something like that.
Yeah, they don't specifically state where it is.
Yeah, but it's one of those big cities.
Yeah, it's a big city like that.
It kind of feels like Gotham. You know, it's got that. Amanda kept thinking, why does this remind me of like a horror film? And I was like, probably because of Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looks like a Tim Burton movie.
Kind of does, yeah.
So he's walking out onto the building, and you get the idea that he's gonna jump, and then it does a time cut back to the beginning of the film when he starts. He's working he's working in the mail room, because back in the day, that's how you worked your way up through a business. You started in the mail room and you worked your way up. Well, around this time, the guy who runs Hudsucker Industries, Mr. Waring Hudsucker, great name, just fucking yeets himself out a window.
Like he's timing it too. He has a clock counting down, and then it counts down and just.
And then we I'm not going to spoil it, but they pretty much this is a plan on his part.
Yeah.
That you find out as the movie goes on. But he yeets himself out the building, and they find out that he has it built into his contract since he has no heirs. No heirs. I said errors.
No errors.
He's made no mistakes. He's got no heirs to his name. That on January 1st of the next year, the company would become public and anyone can buy stocks.
Mm-hmm.
And my boy Paul Newman playing Sidney J. Musburger, he's like, well, we can't have that. He's like, we can't afford to buy all these shares. And that's the only way we're gonna have control of this company. So what are we going to do?
Right.
And they get the idea that they're gonna tank the company. They're gonna tank the company so that way the stocks will get really cheap. They can buy them all up and then essentially re-bring the company up from there. But they need to put a nincompoop in charge. Enter Tim Robbins.
Oh man.
He just happens to walk into Musburger's office with a blue envelope, which means you have to personally deliver it to whoever it's for. Mm-hmm. It's a big deal. In the span of like 5 minutes, he ends up setting Musburger's office on fire.
Oh my God, that
scene. Gets a bucket stuck on his foot.
Mm-hmm. Bucket that's on fire.
Yeah, bucket that's on fire. completely makes an ass of himself, but he ends up saving Musburger's life in that moment.
Yep.
And oh my God, when he's like hanging out the window and he decides to light a cigarette or a
cigar.
cigar.
The cigar, and he's like thinking about the double stitch.
Yes.
Because he
oh my God, that flashback crushed me.
Because he's like, oh, I should have got the double stitch. Because he goes to the tailor. He's like, just do the single, and then it cuts back to the tailor. He's like, you know what? He's a nice guy. I'm gonna do the double stitch. So the double stitch.
Anyone
saves
out
his
there
life.
who is getting a suit made, pay the extra money for the double stitch, because it's what saved Paul Newman's life. He was hanging out a window, and Tim Robbins was holding on to him, and his suit started ripping. The only thing that saved him was the fact that the tailor liked him and gave him a double stitch. It's a life lesson. Always go for the double stitch.
Always go for the double stitch, apparently.
So at that point, they're like, well, this goof is going to be in charge. And my favorite running joke throughout this movie is Tim Robbins being like, I have an idea. And he will just show a picture of a perfect circle.
Mm-hmm.
No explanation. My favorite bit is when he shows it to Musburger, and then he looks at it and flips it upside down. It's what?
It's the same thing, buddy.
And he has this idea. It's for kids.
For kids.
That he's going to invent the hula hoop. Essentially, it's the fictional invention of the hula hoop. And they put Tim Robbins in charge so that way they can tank the company. And he ends up making the most successful toy of all time.
Yeah.
And then the movie kind of continues on from there.
What a wild reveal, though, because they don't. I mean, like I said, it's on the poster and it's everywhere, but they don't mention it. And then all of a sudden, it's revealed, and I was like, that might be the wildest plot reveal I've ever seen. I was like, it's fucking hula hoop.
Oh my God! And then the end when they reveal the frisbee.
Yeah. He's like, what's your next
circles? He's just into circles.
What's your next invention? And then he has that whole arc of like. He went from the bottom, got to the top, made this thing, and then
he still failed at his job as the mail clerk. Like, I love that bit when he he calls down to the mailroom for something, and his old boss is yelling at him. And he's like,
"I'm the president now."
He's like, "I don't care if you're the president of the company.
You never delivered that blue letter." What a movie! I mean, I had no idea where it was taking me at any point in time, and. It just every time was just a left turn. I was like, "How?" This movie was just, and it tanked too in theaters, which is crazy. I think it was just too ahead of its time.
I think so, and like I think the Coen Brothers are still kind of figuring out their tone.
True, yeah.
Like this is very much their tone, but like they kind of course corrected. And I don't even like saying that because I really truly do like Hudsucker Proxy, but they kind of course corrected with Fargo afterwards, which is a little bit more like. They're like Blood Simple,
yeah,
but it does have that kind of humorous bent of something like Raising Arizona without going full cartoony.
Yeah,
and I think they kind of like found a perfect niche there with it. So I wonder though, like if Hudsucker would have been successful, would we have gotten Fargo?
Exactly, because that was only a 2-year difference there. Yeah. Because it was Fargo, then The Big Lebowski, then Oh Brother Where Art Thou? That's a run right there of 3 just wild movies. So if this was successful, what would have happened next?
Yeah, like it's so like I almost feel like they needed this setback to get to where they were supposed to go.
I feel like that's entirely possible.
And that's all this leads up to what I think is one of the greatest films I've ever made of No Country for Old Men.
It is. Agreed.
So even with talking about this whole entire crazy plot of Paul Newman's character trying to tank Hudsucker Industries, we haven't even touched on everything because we still have the Jennifer Jason Leigh character.
Oh yeah,
who plays Amy Archer.
Great name.
Fantastic name. Who is a journalist who wants to get information on this new president and pretends to be someone else so she can kind of infiltrate his organization.
Yeah.
And they end up kind of sparking interest in each other, even though Norville is kind of a dummy.
Kind of a dork.
And he's also kind of mean to her at times. He's very like, oh, you don't get it because you're a girl.
Because it's it's like supposed to be 50s, 60s time.
Yeah, and like she's just like holding back her like, I'm gonna fucking deck you.
That one scene specifically where she was reading him the article, and then she's walking out of the room, and she's like, "Yeah, you can tell this girl's probably unattractive, hiding behind." Because she's the only one that doesn't have a picture, and she turns around, and she's like, "What?"
Yes.
And I'm like, what do you care about what he has to say about you? You're clearly attractive.
You also have a very successful career
Exactly.
that you built on your own.
Right.
He just failed upwards.
I just thought it was funny that she gave a shit what he had to say about someone that
Well, it's also still like the fact that she is a very accomplished writer, and this guy who is feeling very low on himself has to instantly go to insulting a woman's looks. Instead, like, he can't pick apart her work, so he has to take her down.
That's right, yeah, because it is a good hit piece. I think he says like this is a good hit piece, so he had nowhere else to go but there. So that's true.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it's like there's just that sexism aspect of it, and then she's a woman who has to work extra hard to prove herself in this overly male dominated career. Like, so yeah, it struck a chord with her, especially because like she is clearly one of the best workers in that newspaper. But then Bruce Campbell playing Smitty, he's getting places just by being a fucking sexist jerk.
That's true.
Bruce just playing the titular. He's playing the archetypal Bruce Campbell character.
And what's crazy is I didn't realize how, and I'm not saying he does the same character in every movie, but he kind of has that same.
Yeah, he's good at playing an asshole.
Right, and he fit into this. So I was like, oh my God, this is kind of what you do in Evil Dead. You're kind of that, wisecracking guy with charisma. Yep. And he fits so perfectly into this setting. I was like, I need more Bruce Campbell in like these types of settings.
Yeah.
He fit in so well.
He was probably my favorite part of Crime Wave as well.
Exactly.
Gotta love you, Pizza Papa.
Yeah, but he fit in so well, and I loved his chemistry with Jennifer Jason Leigh. They were great together. But I honestly think Amy Archer had that reaction because I think she's, they develop feelings for each other, and I think she was like, well, I kind of like this guy. I don't like that he's talking bad about me, even though he doesn't know he's talking bad about me.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's another reason why she kind of turned around and was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of good moments in this movie.
I kind of got really excited when Peter Gallagher showed up as the lounge singer.
Yes,
because I had just watched him in a Steven Soderbergh movie that was made around the same time as this, and I was like, man, Eyebrows is here again.
He just popped out of nowhere. There's so many people that just popped out of nowhere.
Pops out of nowhere and is just doing a I don't know if that's actually him singing, but if it is, fucking bravo.
I said the same thing to my wife. I was like, if that's really him, okay.
Peter Gallagher had a very specific image of him in my head when I was a teenager because he usually played like the dad character and things like the OC and shit. He was never bad, but like as I've been going through and watching his stuff in the 90s, I'm like, man, this guy fucks.
And it's funny too because really the thing I know him most from, weirdly enough, is Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
So I see him in other things and I'm like, I really like this guy.
I also got to say, so you had mentioned that you didn't realize John Goodman was in this movie and he was the newsreel announcer. So he was the guy like narrating the new rise of Hudsucker Industries. I'm seeing here on Wikipedia that he's credited as Carl Munt. Carl Munt is the name of his character in Barton Fink.
Oh.
And I don't want to spoil Barton Fink, so you need to go watch Barton Fink.
Okay.
Oh no. 1 second.
I almost just hit the mouse, so I didn't think it would go to sleep so quickly.
I think I have it set for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been jiggling the mouse every once in a while.
I thought Bill Cobbs was doing the narrating.
Nope.
Interesting.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go through some of your notes.
All right, some of my notes here. Let's see what we've got.
We can get some conversation going based on that. See?
Yeah, see? There's actually an incredible amount of commentary that I noticed in this movie. A lot of subtext, stuff like that, especially with the corporate greed. I mean,
100%.
There's so much.
Like, at no point did Paul Newman's character, which, oh, fuck, I love Paul Newman. I'll watch that man in anything.
It's so good in this.
He never once considered that, what if we just lost some money?
Right. What if we just lost a little money? I guess their concern was some bigwig coming in, buying the company, and sitting back, doing nothing, and collecting a check.
Well, yes. Essentially, like they knew that if someone came and bought 51% of the stock, the shares, they would have the control.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do that. And they can't afford to buy all those stocks because they're a very successful company. So, like, I get it, but I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it's like it's just so American to be like, this is what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna tank the company so we can buy low, and then we're gonna bring it back up so we can get rich. And it's like so American. And this is 1994, and it felt very relevant today with some of the things they were.
I was looking at the cast list, and they have Patrick Crenshaw as the Ancient Sorter, and he has one of my favorite lines in this movie.
When he goes, Sword. Oh yes,
the guy who's just like flipping envelopes.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What do you do if you can't fit the envelope in the box?" Well, you fold it, they'll fire you. I usually just end up throwing them away.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do at that point? I love it. And then he writes a note on Norval writes a note on it and sticks it in the box next to it.
I know,
which is great. But so you have corporate greed, like juxtaposed with human ingenuity.
Oh, and I love stories about human ingenuity. Like I love, for lack of a better term, I call them American dream films.
Okay.
Films about living out that stereotypical American dream. Another one of mine favorite is called Tucker, A Man in His Dream, which is about this man played by who played the dude? I can't think of his name right now.
Oh my God,
Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges.
Right?
Thanks, Amanda. Jeff Bridges. He plays this man named Tucker who wants to create his own car outside of the Detroit Big Three.
Oh, I would really enjoy that, actually.
And it is a phenomenal film. It's made by my boy Francis Ford Coppola.
Okay.
And Coppola said his dad actually bought one of the original Tucker cars.
Oh, so this is like
This is a real story.
It's a real story.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the American dream, too, it's very satirical, however you want to say it. Because his rise from the mailroom to CEO is a warped fairy tale version of the American dream.
Oh, absolutely.
And the film, to me, both celebrates upward mobility and exposes how arbitrary manipulation and luck-based it can be at the same time.
Yeah, and it's also like, I feel like it's the world that, let's be everyone who's like, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's the world that those types of people think is going to happen. They think if you work hard in the mailroom, you're going to eventually become CEO. And I'm not saying it's not possible.
Right.
But it's very improbable.
Right. But he has like such wide-eyed optimism.
Yeah, he truly thinks that if he can get in the office of someone important and show him his circle,
that he's going to do it.
He's going to change the world.
But then on the other side, it's like, because everything I love that job board, which I looked up, and it doesn't appear to be a real thing from the time period.
Oh, there's so many goofy jobs on that, though.
Yeah, there's so many goofy jobs, but I love just the flipping time board, and like everything needed experience, everything. But then, he has no experience, just timing and manipulation, and then boom, success.
And like he doesn't get the success because of anything, his skill or anything. He's the right guy in the right time, and yes, he does have a good idea,
right?
But then when they're asking what's next, and he just keeps doing his variations on the same theme, and he's like, well, now we have hula hoops for the wide-bodied people,
right? Hula hoops that are weighted or something like that. And then I just love his crash and burn of getting to the top, and then they're like, "Well, what are you going to do next?" And it's like, "But this is a hit. What I don't need to do it
next.
I don't need to do anything next." But then so you see him rise, and then you see him fall, but then again he picks himself up by his bootstraps, comes out with another idea, and bing bang boom, Hudsucker.
But we never know how that second invention goes. We probably know because it's the fucking Frisbee.
Well, and the fun thing that I researched is that the hula hoop actually came out in the year that this movie said it did, which I thought was like, okay, that's a fun little touch. So I think that's why he throws a Frisbee out, and you're like, okay, well that's gonna do fucking numbers.
One of my favorite parts was when, and this is probably why you didn't realize it was Sam Raimi in that role, because it was when they were brainstorming the ideas for the names of the hula hoop, and it was those guys who are silhouetted. I think Sam Raimi was one of those guys.
That makes sense.
But then when they were going back and forth pitching names, just fucking crushed me.
That was a good one, yeah. And I love the shot of the silhouettes too, of just people talking back and forth.
There's so much style to this movie.
There really is a lot of style. Like I said, it felt like kind of like a neo-noir. Obviously, it wasn't in black and white, but it just had that like Rat Pack
rat-a-tat-tat talking.
Yeah, everyone just had this charisma. But it was funny because really the only people that were talking like that were people in the mailroom. Everyone else talked, for the most part, kind of normally.
Yeah, like Amy Archer talked like that, and Bruce Campbell just kind of always talks like that.
Right, and I didn't realize he kind of always talked like that. It just was more exaggerated in this one, I feel.
Like, Bruce Campbell was seriously he's in the wrong time, because he could have been like a Cary Grant.
Oh, he could have been so good if he was just a little bit earlier.
And like he brings that energy into everything. Like, I have a tape in the movie room that is an action film starring Sean Astin with a bald Bruce Campbell as the villain.
A bald Bruce Campbell?
Yeah, I don't know if I assume he's wearing a bald cap.
Okay.
At the same time, maybe he just committed.
Yeah.
Like,
some people commit. I mean, look at what's her face in Begonia. She shaved her head for that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Let's see. Something else I noticed was, where did it go? Oh yeah, the illusion of power in this movie. Executives appear omnipotent, but they're constantly scrambling, scheming, and ultimately outmaneuvered by forces they don't understand. Power is portrayed as theatrical, loud, performative, and fragile.
Yeah.
And there's just, I just did not expect this type of. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect because I had no idea what it was going in. But like I said, it took me on so many turns, and it also comments on a lot of things that I again are still very relevant today, given our current times. Who outside of Norville Barnes? Because I mean, it's kind of hard to not like him. I mean, who would you say you enjoyed the most performance wise?
Well, I got to give it to Jennifer Jason Leigh. I think is just phenomenal in this film.
Yeah.
But even as a piece of shit, I love Paul Newman.
Yeah.
He is. I love Paul Newman. He's one of my favorite actors of all time.
I guess I don't know a lot about Paul Newman. I mean, I know the name.
Well, you know him because he's a salad dressing guy. Newman's Own is his company.
No, is this seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and
maybe that's why I know.
It's still a nonprofit. It's still a nonprofit. They make enough, obviously, to keep themselves running, but they donate the rest.
Interesting.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so he's the salad dressing guy.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
He did a lot of political activism. He was in fucking Cars, if you can believe it.
Yeah, I see he's racing.
Here's just a couple of his films.
Here we go. Okay.
That's not all of them.
Cool Hand Luke, but so it's
The Hustler.
Movies that I've heard of, but a lot of these I haven't seen. So that's
Cool
probably
Hand
why.
Luke. Me and Amanda got to see on film a couple years ago at the Oriental.
Okay.
It's fucking phenomenal. The Sting, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Slapshot is my favorite hockey film of all time.
Oh, I should double feature that with Mystery Alaska.
Yeah. Oh, and then if you ever do watch The Hustler, which is his movie, which is the movie about hustling pool, the Martin Scorsese film, The Color of Money, is a sequel to it.
Really?
Yep.
There's not enough movies about pool.
It's Paul Newman and Tom Cruise together. Look at that fucking poster.
Oh, wow.
The Color of Money.
Okay. That's a movie I would double feature with. Oh, there's another movie about pool I can't think of. There's not enough movies about pool. I love my pool movies.
It is one of the most cinematic
movies with pool.
Well, no, pool is one of the most cinematic, like, quote unquote, games you can play on screen. I think.
Really?
In my personal opinion,
okay.
I think there's a lot of interesting visuals you can do with it. And fun fact: Tom Cruise taught himself how to play pool for The Color of Money because he wanted to do all of his own close-ups.
Really?
I just love that Tom Cruise is like, oh, this movie calls for me to do this thing. I'm going to learn to do it.
Flying planes, shooting pool.
I'm sure if he did a movie about ballet, he'd be like, I'll go learn ballet.
We now need a remake of The Black Swan where Tom Cruise plays the titular character of whoever it was, Natalie Portman, right?
I think so.
Yeah, well, I always get Natalie Portman and the other one mixed up that looks just like her. Natalie Portman and who was the one in Pirates of the Caribbean?
They don't look that much alike, do they?
What? Dude, Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace. You have Natalie Portman and the other one. They're playing
Hold on.
Yeah. They're identical in Star Wars Phantom Menace.
Hold on. I can't think of her name right now.
I can't either. It's totally escaping.
Keira Knightley.
There we go. Yeah, Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman.
Shit, she was in that movie.
Yeah, one plays Padme, one plays the Queen, and they're fucking identical. I thought it was Natalie Portman playing two roles. It is not. Yeah.
Wow, look at that shit.
Yeah. I don't know where we started with that, but here we are.
I don't know. Fuck if I know.
But yeah, Hudsucker Proxy, and it's a shame. Well, it's not a shame, but it was. You got it on DVD from your library.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna buy it, but didn't have time, so I rented it. It is not streaming anywhere, but it was like $3.79. Well worth the rental.
My personal rule for rentals, if it's $6 or less, I'll rent it. Anything more than that, I have to really want to see it.
Right. So it is on Amazon for a rental or Apple TV, which $3.79. It was well worth it, and I don't think anyone who wants to watch it.
I don't think this has a Blu-ray yet, does it?
I don't think so either. And I'll double check.
Because like this DVD looked fine. It looked good for a DVD.
For 94?
Like, I think it could definitely use an upgrade. This feels like a movie that Criterion might snatch up.
I was going to say Criterion feels like...
Or even Arrow. I could see Arrow doing a really nice Hudsucker Proxy.
Okay, so we've got a Warner Archive collection.
Okay, I like the Warner Archive.
For $21.
It's a little steep for the
Warner Archive,
but I would pay it.
But I would pay for this movie.
Coen Brothers are one of those directors I will buy any of their films.
Yeah, so you can get the Warner Archive, and it's funny. This is PG. PG-13 was around, but I guess they don't do a lot of swearing or anything like that.
No, there's no sexual overtones. There's no fear or anything.
Huh?
It's just weird because it's a movie for adults.
Right, exactly. So the PG rating kind of just feels weird
because anytime something gets a PG rating, you're like, well, that's for kids.
That's for kids,
and it's just like it's appropriate for kids. It's just weird to think that a movie made for adults is PG,
right? Especially in 1994. We talked about this too. 94.
They could have thrown a fuck in there.
They could have thrown one.
Yeah,
and maybe there was. I don't know how ratings were back.
I think if you get one under PG-13.
Under PG-13, that's right. Okay, well. And I think I told you the reason why this bombed is because 94 was such a massive year for movies.
Let's talk about the movies that come out in 94.
I know you had The Lion King, you had Pulp Fiction, you had Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a very big year for film in general. So I think, this one was released later in the year, I believe. Let me double check.
Yeah. Oh, man, I didn't realize this movie had its debut at the Sundance Film Festival.
Oh, really?
And it opened the 1994 Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was in competition against Pulp Fiction for the Palme d'Or. No wonder it lost.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction pretty much swept everything.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to go
that
against
and like
that.
Forrest Gump.
So it came out March 11th of 94.
So pretty early on in the year.
Pretty early on in the year. I thought it was later for some reason. So, and typically, I don't know how it was back then, but I know nowadays studios are just like, yeah, we'll just dump whatever in January. Although this January has been...
It's been a fire January.
It's been a fire January.
I think they're realizing that's not the case. I feel like people, after the holidays, they want some good entertainment.
But Bone Temple apparently bombed. It's got really good ratings, but it bombed in terms of
It's surprising.
It's kind of surprising. It's $63 million budget and only got like 20 something.
I hope they make their budget back or they might. I don't know if they'll get to make the next one.
The third one is greenlit.
Okay.
So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, with 94 being so big for movies, but you'd think though, I mean, if it debuted at those two places, it would have been more popular.
Well, critics didn't like it.
That is
I
think it was just ahead of its time.
Yeah, like from critics found the film to be not successful in terms of its storytelling. Some critics thought it was annoying.
Huh?
Which I could see it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I could see this not being someone's thing, but I mean, you look at the ratings,
especially because I feel like it's also a movie that it plays better if you get the films that it's lampooning.
Right.
But I don't think you need to.
I don't think you need to either, because I mean, a 7.2 on IMDb and a 3.7 on Letterboxd, those are solid ratings. I don't know, obviously,
but some people did like it. Like I can see right here. That it did make some people's top 10 lists for that year.
Okay.
Glenn Lovell of the San Jose Mercury News said it was his biggest disappointment.
Whoa.
List of
dude, what does Robert Ebert have to? I see Robert Ebert up there. What does he have? Sorry, Rogert.
Oh, okay.
What does he have to say about this one?
So it says 2 decades. So I'm reading this off of Wikipedia, just full disclosure for everyone. 2 decades after the film was released, Scout Tafoya of RogerEbert.com praised the film for its stylistic adventurousness and expansion upon the themes and concepts of the films that inspire it. So that's not directly from Roger Ebert.
Okay, but still someone from the team.
Let's see if I can find Roger Ebert's opinions.
I'm sure he had to have seen this.
I'm confident.
Because typically I don't agree with him on most things, and that's fine. He's a critic, I'm not.
I still want to get you his book because I feel like, because I don't always agree with him either, but his book of essays is really fascinating because he does a great job of backing up his opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And I love film criticism, even if I don't agree. If I can, because sometimes I'll get like annoyed at someone on Letterboxd, like this movie sucks, donkey dicks or something, and they give nothing. Like he'll write a whole essay about why something didn't work for him.
And I like that. I mean, I think there's one redeeming review that he did for Rob Zombie's Halloween, where or The Devil's Rejects. I think he gave like a 3 out of 4, and I was like, whoa, okay. I was like, I think I might be on. I think I might. Roger Ebert might be. I might be liking him a little bit more if he has that to say about The Devil's Rejects.
Yeah, let's say. So with Hudsucker, I found his review.
Okay,
but it was long.
Okay, give us the cliff notes.
I'm working on it. So he gave it a 2 out of 4.
Okay.
He said, this is his little snippet from Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Not even the slightest attempt is made to suggest that the film takes its own story seriously. Everything is style. The performances seem deliberately angled as satire.
Okay.
And I feel like my boy Lenny Moulton was a little more kind to this. Let's find out.
It's interesting that I find this fascinating that Roger Ebert gave, like I said, 3 out of 4 to The Devil's Rejects and a 2 out of 4 to Hudsucker Proxy. That's an interesting world to live in, if I'm being honest.
People are complicated. So Leonard Maltin gave it a 3 out of. I think he does out of 4.
I think he does 4 as well.
Let's see. He says a country bumpkin arrives in the big city and becomes the unwitting pawn in a scheme to ruin a thriving corporation. The Coen Brothers' most extravagant creation to date, an eye-popping 50s fantasy of big business gone berserk, with Robbins absolutely perfect as the wide-eyed patsy who miraculously rises to the top. Newman is a crafty villain, and Lee is fun, if a bit one-note, as a fast-talking Kate Hepburn-ish reporter.
Okay.
So
he liked it a little bit more.
Yeah. He understood what they're going for. I follow an account on Letterboxd that compiles all of Leonard Maltin's reviews in one place.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
I also follow another one that takes all of Paul Schrader's ramblings from Facebook and puts them on, and then another person who takes all of anything Guillermo del Toro says about a movie and posts it.
Okay.
From his Twitter. So it's like. I also follow one that does Pauline Kael's classic reviews because, I have a lot of those books, but I don't want to have to go through each one.
I like that people are out there doing that.
I love it, and I think someone might be doing it for Roger Ebert as well.
Well, and I guess that's just the thing. I don't know. I was 4.
I try to follow as many film critics as I can on Letterboxd so that I can have a nice mixture.
Don't follow. There's a fake John Carpenter account out there who claims he's John Carpenter, but he's not. But I was 4 in 1994. I don't know what was going on around here, so it's entirely possible. It just wasn't. It was just the wrong time for this movie if it was not very well received.
And, like I said, the Coen Brothers have gone on to do this type of film again.
Right.
I love Hail Caesar.
I still need to see that one.
If you like the tone of this film, I think you'll like Hail Caesar. Because Hail Caesar's in the same. It's another movie that if you understand the historical context behind it helps because it's about making a movie in the 1940s.
Okay.
It's about a studio. It's kind of a spiritual sequel to Barton Fink because in Barton Fink, he is a New York City playwright who comes to Hollywood to write a boxing film.
Oh, okay.
It's a movie about writer's block. He's locked in a hotel room, not sure what to do.
Okay.
And he's working for a studio called Continental Pictures, which is the studio that in Hail Caesar. So it's like they're kind of like shared.
They have
universe.
these little connections that are little details here and there.
So I recommend both Hail Caesar and Barton Fink. Barton Fink got a nice Blu-ray release from Kino Lorber.
I do love me some Kino Lorber. I'm trying to build up that section in my physical media. So
same.
Did we want to talk about the ending of this?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Because we come back to the end, or we come back to the beginning of the movie, which I love a cyclical plot, especially because of all the circles in the movie.
Yes.
And he does decide to jump.
For kids.
For kids. And even just the jumping scenes, those were filmed so well. And like how they were shooting those, I was like, this is impressive for 94. But instead of...
I don't believe any CGI. They're just using miniatures and models and matte paintings.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, I don't think there was CG.
I also got to say, The Testament of Anne Lee also used some pretty miraculous-looking matte paintings.
They did. So he jumps off, and instead of splatting to the ground like warring.
Which, oh god, what did the elevator guy said? He painted the ground with his guts or something.
Yeah,
like that.
he made like 3 different jokes about him dying
in front of executives.
Yeah, like the day after he was
I was like,
dying.
how is this guy not fired?
Yeah, fucking Buzz, right? Or
Fucking
whatever his name
Buzz,
was.
yeah.
So he doesn't splat to the ground. He just stops in midair, and I'm sitting there like, what's happening here? And I love that the fact that Bill Cobbs, who plays what is he, the janitor? Or like he's just kind of
he keeps track. He fixes the clock. He's the clock tower guy.
So he's just as Moses the clock man, he literally is stopping time, and I'm like, this is okay. Where are we going with this?
It's also one of those things too. I give the Coen Brothers a lot of latitude.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a very Coen Brothers thing to have happen.
Yeah, it was so out of this world that I didn't expect. I thought we were kind of based in reality, and then that happens, and you're like, oh.
And then Warren Hudsucker comes back as an angel
with like this spinning halo.
Oh my god, the halo is cracking me up.
I thought it was just unbalanced, but I kept looking at it. And I was like, no, I think it's supposed to be spinning.
It's like a hula hoop.
Yeah, it's like a hula hoop.
It's a hula hoop halo.
And he gives him, he's like, you never delivered that blue letter. He's like, pull it, go. It's in your little vest you have on. Pull it out, and it just goes over everything. And I was like, that was such a fun way to end it. And then, of course,
essentially what the blue letter says is if I'm paraphrasing slightly. Essentially, if Hudsucker had left everything to Paul Newman's character if he chose to take it or something like that. But since he never delivered the letter, he never realized it happened. And
so then it goes to the next president, which would be Norval Barnes.
Yes.
So that was a great little touch. And then who was the guy? I think this was the guy that was the janitor. Harry Boogan as Aloysius, he comes in, I think it's the janitor, to the clock, and they have that fight between them where he punches out his dentures and they do a little...
Yeah.
And
I love a chattering teeth game.
Chattering teeth, it was great. And then the clock spins forward a little bit because they're tussling up there. So he falls, but then, Moses is able to jam the clock again. It was just a fun little... just out of this world experience that I just didn't expect for that to happen. I was like, he's going to fall to the ground and die and that's it? Oh no, here we are. Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought it was such a fun way and it completely fit with the movie somehow.
Yeah.
Even though it was totally out of reality.
Yeah. But like I said, that out of reality, it did remind me of like a Frank Capra film. It did remind me of something like It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't expect an angel to show up, and we expect it now because we've all seen the film. But I'm sure if I saw It's a Wonderful Life blind, when it first came out, I'd be like, "Wait, there's angels in this film?"
Right?
There's like when they show like the planets talking to each other, and like which is supposed to be like God and the other angels. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah. But it somehow you're just like, this
somehow
fits
works
because the movie's so over the top and zany that when that happens, you're like, why not? I mean, why not add this? Why not make this part of the world we're living in?
I can't necessarily explain why sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't, but it just felt appropriate here. I can't really explain why. It just did.
Yeah, I'm with you. Sometimes things work, things don't work, but it definitely did in this instance. And then, of course, you end with the Frisbee flying out the window. And yeah, I mean, this movie was so much fun. Even though it's a little expensive, I'm going to buy it physically. Just because
I definitely need to as well.
Yeah.
I definitely want to own every film the Coen Brothers have made just because they're a duo that I can return to a lot. And I can get, if I want something more serious, I can watch Blood Simple or No Country for Old Men.
I like that they have that variety.
Yeah,
it's like,
but then,
what mood are you in?
But then, I feel like Big Lebowski was on Comedy Central all the time growing up. And it is a comedy. It just feels like the weird movie to have on Comedy Central.
I guess so. Well, here's a fun fact which will blow a lot of people's minds, and maybe if you haven't done it already, we should. I've never seen The Big Lebowski.
Oh, well, then we definitely need to do The Big Lebowski.
Never seen it.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I mean, most people that have very nice things to say about it. So
we always I don't know if they still do it, but Milwaukee used to be home of Lebowski Fest.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it? They just show that all day?
They showed The Big Lebowski, and they'd have like all-day events where you could get like because in the movie the character drinks White Russians.
I do know that.
And people would dress like the dude. They have bowling set up because bowling's a big part of that film, and it was just like they had costume contests.
Okay.
And we also had for a while Shrek Fest.
What? Why did it go away?
Just the people who ran it. I think it was around the time of COVID. It's just something it came to.
COVID just killed so many things.
So we had Lebowski Fest and we had Shrek Fest.
Oh my God, that just makes Milwaukee and Wisconsin just even better.
Yeah.
What a time! But yeah, Hudsucker Proxy. I think I'm gonna give that one probably like a 4.5. I think that's where I'm sitting with that.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like I said, we can get you back on for Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
I would love to still do American Gigolo with someone. So if you're interested,
American Gigolo, Deuce Bigalow.
No.
Oh.
American Gigolo, the film with I got it from Arrow. It's a Paul Schrader film that stars Richard Gere.
Never seen that one, so I mean, I qualify for the format of the Shame list. So
perfect.
All right.
And actually, I've not seen it either. I've listened to the soundtrack a lot because it's Tangerine Dream.
Oh, I'm sold.
It is a neo noir film about a male escort.
Okay.
Written and directed by the guy who wrote Taxi Driver. Like, fucking in.
So I mean, like, is Deuce Bigalow male gigolo? Like, is that like a spoof on that?
I don't know.
That's right. You haven't seen it.
I haven't
That's
seen
true.
it.
Okay.
I saw the first 5 minutes one time of it on television.
Mm-hmm.
I've just not stopped thinking about it. And like, I just one of those movies. It's like I feel like I need to do an episode on this.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. Anything else you want to add for Hudsucker?
No, I need to explore. I think I'm gonna, after I do David Lynch's filmography, which I'm getting through. I think I might go through the Coens because there's a lot of stuff I haven't seen.
You do these in chronological?
Yeah, well, yeah. Except for I had to go ahead on one. I had to skip past Dune and Blue Velvet to do one, but I'm gonna go back and
yeah. I tried to, like, when because I'm working through the films of Steven Soderbergh currently.
Yes.
And, like, I jumped ahead in his career. Last year he made a spy movie called Black Bag.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I want to watch this. And I had Prime at the time, and it was on there.
Fuck it.
But I was like, when I get back to that in his filmography, I'll just rewatch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially because that man has made, like, a movie a year since, like, 1989.
Man does not stop
Sometimes
working.
2 movies a year. And to think that man was going to retire.
Yeah. His film career is just wild, and every movie I've seen is incredible.
What I've been doing as well is when applicable, like thankfully the first 3 movies. So I've watched his first 4 movies already, and 3 of them were on Criterion.
Oh, perfect.
So like I've not had the time to listen to the commentaries because I just don't have that much time. But whenever I finish one, I have been watching any special features on there.
Yep.
And then I'll put in to YouTube. I'll do like Steven Soderbergh 1994 and just see if any interviews come up.
Ooh, okay.
And like I found an interview in Charlie Rose that he did like right after Sex, Lies, and Videotape. And
nice.
he was like, oh, here's a couple of the films I want to do next. And it was interesting that only one of them was a film that he actually ended up making.
Okay.
So it's like I've just been trying to like add some extra context in.
Yep.
Reading essays, watching video essays. Like,
I'm doing the same thing for...
Instead of like rushing through them all, I
Yeah.
was just like, okay, let me sit with it for a little bit. Let me learn a little bit about it, and then I'll get the next one. And
I like that. That's what I'm doing for my podcast. Every movie I watch, I have a physical copy, and I'm doing as many special features and commentaries as I can just to learn more about it. It's fun to know more about it. Plus, I like special features, and I never use them.
Yeah,
So.
I love them too, and I used to watch them religiously.
Yeah.
And just
same.
feel like something just like you only have so much time in a day. So like what I'll do is like I have a TV up in the bedroom. I have my OLED up there, my old one. So like I'll watch special features in bed at night. Sometimes I'll put on a commentary.
Yeah. So I just go through it, learn more about it. I love commentaries.
Yeah, it's like I just like we just watched the Gruesome Twosome. I'm gonna go watch those special features for the Gruesome Twosome. Yes. I might even watch the commentary because the movie's so short.
Yeah, it's 72 minutes of just pure insanity.
Yeah, it's like
highly recommend.
Tell me what you're thinking throughout this, Herschel.
Please,
I need to know more. Or like Amanda and the Alien had a video essay. Like, I need to watch.
Yep, immediately after we finished that, found it on eBay and bought it.
Yeah.
That's how much I needed it because the slipcover was out of print from Vinegar Syndrome, and I was like, I want that slipcover.
Oh, and I got the slipcover from our good friend Mick Cleary
yeah.
over at Good Shit Video.
Yeah, go check him out if you're in the Milwaukee area or if you're just visiting.
Yeah.
Like I am. I had to go see him. Shout out to Mick. Yeah, I think that's all I got for Hudsucker Proxy.
All right,
Gotta watch it.
Then we're going to go look at the tallest building in Milwaukee.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do
All
it.
right, everyone. Thank you very much for listening. At this point, you should all know where I'm at. I'm Michael_Viers on most social media, or I'm The Shameless Picture Show. You can also find me on Letterboxd at Viers102008. Austin, where can the people find you and find your podcast?
Oh, you can find me all over the places. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Slasher app, Threads, Frightmares podcast. There will be a new logo coming that I will be uploading soon. So it's still skull, still a microphone, but check us out. I'm on Letterboxd at Dr. Proctor. New episodes every Wednesday, and this month we're doing haunted houses. We're doing a Monsters of the Month Club for 2026, where we're tackling monster, entity, creatures, beings, antagonists for the entire year. So this month, like I said, is the haunted houses. You were on The Nesting, which was a wild movie, and then next month in February, we're doing Zombies, where we will be doing the Argento cut of Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah,
So,
I've
very
now
exciting.
at a point where I think I'm getting to the point where I'm watching Dawn of the Dead at least once a year, and I'm okay with
I'm
it.
okay with it, yeah.
I'm okay with
Especially because neither one of us have seen the Argento cut.
Yep.
And it features that Goblin soundtrack, which I'm
I
excited
might
for.
have to just start working through that shit now because there's a lot of special features on that bitch.
Oh, that's right, because we both have the second set. You got the big fucking
I
7
have
disc.
not had a chance to watch everything. There's too much on there.
Okay.
And that's not a complaint.
Right, you're just like, there's too much.
I don't have like a week of my life to dedicate to that yet. I'm watching in like increments and pieces. And so thank you everyone for listening. And you guys can find the podcast on all your favorite podcast apps of choice. Also, it's not coming up until June, but I do want to mention I will have a new piece in the Physical Media Advocate that is about my love of the Jackass series.
Oh, yes.
Which I'm very excited for. So keep an eye out for that, and make sure you tune in Shame Time, Shame Place, Shameless Picture Show.
The Shameless Picture Show is a proud member of Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network. The show is recorded in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and is hosted and produced by Michael Viers. The show was created by Nicholas Richards and Michael Viers, and the show is edited by Austin Proctor of the Frightmares podcast. Amanda Viers is the show's graphic designer and a big help behind the scenes. Our theme music was written specifically for us by Austin Proctor, with narration by yours truly, Nick Richards. The end credit music you're currently enjoying was generously provided to us by the band 10 Speed. An extra special thank you to all of our Patreon supporters and our generous sponsors. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, and iHeartRadio. For more information, be sure to check out someonesfavoriteproductions.com.